The morning light filtered softly through the curtains of our cozy Denver townhouse, but inside, something felt off. I tried to shake the unease, telling myself it was just nerves. I had a presentation today that could change everything. Jason, my husband of 5 years, was unusually quiet as he prepared coffee in the kitchen. He always made the first cup, a ritual that usually brought comfort. But today, the air smelled different. Not just coffee, there was an odd chemical tang I couldn't place. Hi, I'm Emily Carter, 29 years old. I thought I had a perfect life, married to Jason, living near family, building my career in marketing. But that morning shattered the illusion I'd been clinging to. I reached out for the coffee Jason handed me. The aroma hit me, a sharp, almost sickly sweetness beneath the bitter roast. I blinked, trying to convince myself I was imagining it.
The tablet had been carelessly left on the kitchen counter when Alex rushed upstairs for what he called an urgent call. As I cleared the dishes, the screen lit up, and I caught a glimpse of a message from someone saved as V Love. Victoria, his assistant, the woman who'd been working late with him for months now. Curiosity morphed into dread as I scrolled through their messages. Intimate jokes, plans to push me out after securing the Gravora deal, and demeaning remarks about my naive dedication. They mocked my late nights spent perfecting the pitch, laughing at how clueless I was about what was coming. Baby, you should see her scrambling. She has no idea tomorrow is the day I finally get rid of the dead weight. The words burned through me like acid. Alex's footsteps echoed on the stairs. Quickly, I placed the tablet back and feigned loading the dishwasher. Everything okay down here? His voice was warm, but it felt like a snake's coil tightening around my shoulders. Perfect, I smiled, hiding the storm inside. 8 years of marriage had taught me how to mask emotions. Just excited for tomorrow's presentation. The next morning, Alex was sharp in his navy suit, the anniversary gift I bought him last year. Our office was ready, the presentation loaded on both our laptops. I'd spent 6 months dissecting Gravora Group's business challenges, preparing a surgical pitch tailored to their needs. But I wasn't just prepared for the pitch. I'd quietly called my attorney, requested an audit of our company's finances, and set a recording app on my phone. When Alex announced he'd make coffee before the 10:30 a.m. video conference, I knew what I had to do. 2 identical black mugs rested silently on the polished conference table, one for him, one for me. The irony wasn't lost on me. These mugs symbolized years of partnership, trust, and now, betrayal. With steady hands and practiced precision, I swapped our coffee cups while he was distracted, heading to the restroom for what he called an urgent call. What he didn't know was that the liquid in his cup wasn't just coffee. It contained a sedative meant to incapacitate me. But fate had other plans. As the video conference began, Gravora's top executives and potential investors dialed in from Seattle, their faces glowing on the screen, eager to hear our pitch. Alex opened with confidence, presenting the initial slides. However, it didn't take long for his words to falter. His speech slowed, his hand trembled subtly but noticeably as he reached for the coffee again, the very cup I had switched moments before. His performance, once sharp and commanding, was beginning to unravel. What was meant to weaken me. Sensing the moment to reclaim control, I smoothly stepped forward, my voice calm, steady, and professional, the embodiment of confidence. If I may, I interjected, taking the floor with authority. I guided the Gravora executives through a detailed breakdown of our analysis, highlighting operational redundancies, pinpointing critical data integration flaws, and unveiling a strategic plan designed to boost efficiency by 22% within just 6 months. Every slide, every data point was polished to perfection. Their posture shifted, eyes sharpened, nods of approval began to ripple through the room. The very substance Alex had used to sabotage me was ironically catalyzing his own professional downfall, a downfall I was now steering to success. This was no longer just a presentation, it was a masterclass in resilience and strategic thinking. Minutes ticked by, and Alex's composure crumbled further. His face drained of color, his speech became slurred, and the CEO, Harrison Webb, furrowed his brows in growing concern. "Mr. Caldwell, are you feeling all right? Perhaps it would be best to reschedule," Harrison suggested gently, his tone professional yet empathetic. Alex struggled to protest, but his body betrayed him. He swayed unsteadily, clutching the edge of his desk to stay upright. It was clear to everyone on the call. He was unwell, unable to fulfill the role he had promised. Seeing the opportunity, I offered a reassuring smile. "Why don't you take a moment, Alex? I can continue." With that, he stumbled out of the room, and I was left standing alone, fully in control. The room's attention was now mine, and I knew this was the moment to secure not just the deal, but our company's future. With Alex sidelined, I ran the remainder of the presentation flawlessly. I answered every question with precision, demonstrated an intimate knowledge of the client's business needs, and highlighted the unique value Meridian Consulting could deliver. The Gravora executives and investors visibly warmed to my expertise and dedication. At the conclusion, Harrison Webb expressed genuine admiration. "This is exactly the level of strategic thinking we need," he said. I sent him a follow-up email that evening, professionally acknowledging the challenges faced during the meeting, but emphasizing my unwavering commitment to the project and the client's success. This victory was more than just a deal. It was a public demonstration of my leadership, capability, and resilience, a turning point that redefined our company's future and my role within it. Weeks later, armed with incontrovertible evidence, including recorded footage of the meeting and incriminating text messages, my attorney confronted Alex. The legal battle was swift and decisive. The divorce was finalized quickly, and I retained full ownership of Meridian Consulting, the clients, the intellectual property, and all contracts. Victoria, his assistant and accomplice, was terminated and discredited in the industry. The scandal rippled through the business community, but Meridian's reputation soared. Under my sole leadership, the company grew by 40%, securing new contracts and expanding our client base. The very partnership that tried to destroy me became the catalyst for my ultimate success. Sometimes, late at night, I replay that fateful morning in my mind, the moment he handed me that coffee with a smug smile, utterly certain of my downfall. Instead, it was his own downfall he drank from that cup. This experience taught me a powerful lesson. Perfect revenge is not about schemes or confrontation. It's about allowing someone's own malice and betrayal to consume them, while you rise above with dignity, strength, and success. My story is a testament to resilience, intelligence, and the unwavering power of professionalism in the face of adversity. And it stands as a beacon of hope for anyone who has faced betrayal, that the ultimate victory lies in rising, thriving, and owning your story.